What's good everyone? Welcome to the Saren Valorant editing tutorial. This has been a highly requested video for quite some time now, so I thought I might as well finally get to making this. And I would like to thank you all for 900 subscribers. It's been a long journey, but it looks like we're finally reaching 1000, which was one of my goals when I first started YouTube. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I recommend that you edit in 24 frames per second if you're just starting out. Alright, so moving on, now that you have your composition set up, you want to bring your audio file into that composition timeline, and you want to pull up the waveform. Now what this waveform shows you is pretty much where all the beats in the song are, and this is important because you want to be syncing your clips to those beats in the song. So what I usually do is create a composition marker for each of these spikes in the waveform. Just playing through it, you can see that, well, it pretty much is on point. All the beats do hit where the markers are. Now moving on, we dragged our first clip into our timeline here, and we are gonna position it where we want the clip to begin. This animation of operator being equipped to start with. So we're just gonna make cuts at the beginning and at the end of the clip. So this is where we're gonna utilize time remapping. We are going to press Ctrl-Alt-T on our keyboard, and we're gonna create a keyframe on the first frame of the clip as well as the last frame of the clip. We are going to drag that second keyframe along with the end of the clip out to fill that duration that we wanted to earlier, which was between the first and second beat marker. You also want to make sure that you have enabled frame blending. To easy ease our clip, you want to highlight both the keyframes that you made and press F9 on your keyboard. So once you've gotten the value graph loaded up, just copy my graph shape, because this is what I use in about 90% of my edits. This is a very versatile graph shape that can be used for majority of clips, and it's why I'll be showing it off in this video. I know that there are many other types of graphs as well as, 3-point velocity, etc. But in this tutorial, like I said, I want it to be beginner friendly. And what I found is you can use this one graph shape like 80 to 90% of the time. So in this video, that's all we'll be using. Let's move on to the second clip. We're just going to repeat the same process that we did before. This time it would be the scope and animation. So we just want to mess around with the graph a little until we have something that we are happy with. And yeah, that looks about right. So we're going to move on. Now this is where we get into the kill itself. And obviously we want to end the clip before this so pull-on animation shows up, because that's just not very nice to look at. So we're gonna take this clip here, we're gonna put the two keyframes, we're gonna drag it out to fill the timeline, and easy ease them. So I just gotta speed this up because I was messing around with this graph a lot. And yeah, eventually we got this, which I think looks pretty good, so we're just gonna leave it as that. So I'm just gonna fast forward till we finish remapping the rest of the clips, because like I said, we're only using this one graph shape, so there really isn't much to teach upon every single time we make the graph again. So yeah. Now moving on to pan crop. This is essentially the repeated scaling in and out of your clips. The simplest way I found to do this would just be to create a single adjustment layer above all the clips and apply this effect called transform onto it. And you want to toggle the keyframe for scale here. And you can do this by pressing S on your keyboard with the adjustment layer highlighted. We are gonna start by zooming out of the clip. So we want it to start zoomed in and then zoom out as the clip plays along. So we're gonna start with our scale at 200. and we are going to bring it back down to 100 when we hit the second keyframe. If you want to copy my graph again for this one, there's not much to explain here. Just follow along with my graph and you should get something that looks, pretty good. Obviously, this isn't the only type of graph that you should be using in pan crop. There are many different styles of pan crop that you can utilize, but this is just what I found to be the simplest and my favorite way of doing pan crop. So yeah. Moving on to this kill on omen here, I wanted to zoom out and then zoom back in when I scope in. The clip is a quick scope, so we want it to scale out and then scale in really fast when the scopes in. We want to have this little point in the middle where the kill hits and then it goes back down afterwards. That is the look that I'm going for right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward, continue pan cropping all the way, and you should get something like this. There are three main types of impact effects that I like to use in my edits, and those are shakes, flashes, and blurs. In general, I like to apply shakes and flashes to the points in the clips where the kills occur, and I use blurs to soften the transitions between the different clips or different scenes throughout the edit. So the way I like to go about applying impact effects to my edits is to actually apply the effects to adjustment layers as opposed to directly on the clips themselves. So starting off, we're just gonna apply this shake effect to the beginning of the edit. Next, we're gonna apply this blur effect to the edit as well. I'm gonna add another type of shake to the second keyframe where the scope in happens. So as you can see, after applying the second shake here, there are these kind of black bars appearing at the side of the clip. Basically, these black bars are caused by the movement of the clip. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this effect called motion towel, which will help to basically extend the clip in all directions and eliminate that issue of the black bars. So just copy my motion towel settings. You just want to change the output width and height to 300 and bring it to the top of your effects control panel. And that's about it. As you can see, the black bars are gone. As you can see for this one, my signature turbulent display shake, the black bars are very present. So definitely you want to apply motion towel. I'm just gonna drag out these keyframes to the end of the adjustment layer. So basically just play around with the keyframes. This will affect how the shake looks, how dramatic and how intense the shake is. So just play around with them to get your desired look. I will be including all these presets with the project file at the end of this video, so stay tuned. I'll show you how to get access to it for 100% free, of course. So for this op kill here, I'm going to be adding an additional effect to the shake. It's basically a cool little warp in and out effect. Now we want to add a flash effect to the kill portion of the clip. Oh, that does not look good. Yeah, we want to move that to the top. Some effects will look very wrong if you don't put them in the right position, so just drag them around. There we go, that looks a lot better. So playing back, this is what we have so far. Looks pretty good. So after adding all our impact effects, off screen of course, but like I said, you will have the project file, so no need to worry. All that's left is to add your sound effects, your CC, and your RSMB. For the sound effects, you can choose to just add like the kill sounds. It's pretty self-explanatory how to use sound effects, so I'm not really going to go through that part. Now, for adding your CC and RSMB, you basically want to create 2 adjustment layers on top of all your clips. In this tutorial, I'll be adding my signature CC that I use in a lot of my edits. A lot of people have been asking me to give them the CC or tell them how to make it. So, you know what? Here you go. It's in the project file. So after applying your CC, you want to actually play through your edit to make sure it looks good on every single scene, because there will be some where, you know, it may be too intense. For example, this part here. So you want to really tone it down. Alright, so thank you for watching through this entire tutorial. I hope it was easy enough to understand, and don't forget to like the video and drop a comment if you have any feedback or questions for me. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. As to how to access this project file, head to the link in my description, and this will prompt you to subscribe to the Siren YouTube channel. And once you've done that and the website has verified it, you will be able to download this project file for absolutely free. I will also include all the clips needed, and yeah, that's about it. Enjoy!